You can't solve a problem with the mind that created it. Walk with me now. Now, that's not my quote. I first heard that quote actually yesterday. And I believe it's a quote from Albert Einstein, but I ended up hearing it from my yoga instructor. So thank you to her for sparking this thought in my mind. When we're born, we're not born with things such as anxiety, depression, everything like that. We develop these things over time, and these things come from our view of the world. As we grow in age, we start to develop these viewpoints towards the world that may serve as a breeding ground for certain things such as anxiety, fear, depression. And more often than not, this isn't our fault. We learn how to view the world through our parents and the people who raised us. We're taught the way to look at the world and how to perceive the world from other people, which is why typically a lot of things are passed down from generation to generation, because a lot of families share the same viewpoints towards different things. So if we're all perceiving the world the same and your parents struggle with anxiety, think about what you're going to deal with. If their world was able to curate itself into a world that you should be afraid of it, that things are fearful, that things are out to get you, that's all you're going to see. And you're going to start developing certain ways of dealing with those mentally. And unfortunately, a lot of that builds into anxiety, depression, and a list of other things. But one thing we have to realize is that if we ever want to break free of our anxiety, if we ever want to get out of our depression, we can't continue to think the same way that we've thought before. We can't see the world through the lens that made us depressed in the first place. We can't see the world through the lens that gave us anxiety in the first place. You have to flip your entire worldview on its head and think of the world in a different way. Because the more you continue to think about and see the world through an anxiety lens, through a depression lens, the easier it's going to be to keep fueling the fire. You'll never be able to get rid of it if you're thinking about it the same way. You'll just keep going in cycles of maybe thinking you see the light at the tunnel and then falling right back into it because your worldview hasn't changed. You still see everything the same. And like I always say with everything, the first step is awareness. Understanding the fact that your worldview may be a breeding ground for a lot of the things that you feel, a lot of the negative emotions you may feel. And start to understand that. Start to understand that the viewpoint you have towards the world has a great effect on how you behave and also how you think. So if you want to change how you behave and ultimately change how you think, you have to change your worldview. Thank you for walking with me.
I say, won't say that I need you, cause I never need you, but I still want you. No, I don't wanna leave you, don't wanna mislead you. Tell me what is the reason, tell me why is you leaving, putting this in between us.